If it was. All right, Henry, thanks.
Immunity for information. Scott Walker's former spokeswoman has been granted legal immunity in that ongoing John Doe investigation of Scott Walker's office when he was Milwaukee County executive. The probe has become a major issue in the recall campaign. Fox 6's Mike Lowe examines the wide-ranging investigation in tonight's Political Lowdown.
We've got one more person.
Governor Scott Walker's former spokeswoman has been granted immunity in exchange for her testimony in the John Doe corruption probe. She is now the 13th person to get immunity in exchange for information.
We will continue to closely abide by the rules of the John Doe process.
The Milwaukee County DA's investigation has zeroed in on the actions of the aides and associates of Scott Walker when he was Milwaukee County executive. So far, 6 people have been charged.
Count one.
Back in March, Fox 6 News obtained court documents relating to the investigation.
It indicates that Fran McLaughlin may have been writing and editing press releases for the campaign while she was employed as your county communications director. Your response to that?
Certainly not aware of that.
Exhibit G shows the Milwaukee County District Attorney subpoenaed human resources files for 7 members of Scott Walker's county executive staff. 3 of the people named in the papers have already been charged. Darlene Wink, Walker's former constituent services coordinator, faces 2 misdemeanor charges. Timothy Russell, who served as a deputy chief of staff, has been charged with embezzling money for military veterans. As authorities looked into Russell, they found evidence to charge his boyfriend, Brian Pyrick, with child enticement and exposing his private parts to a 17-year-old boy. And then there is Kelly Reinfleisch, Walker's former deputy chief of staff. She's been charged with 4 felony counts of misconduct in office. The next name on the list of subpoenaed human resources records is Fran McLaughlin.
I've talked to too many people across this community, too many people across Milwaukee County.
She served as then County Executive Walker's communications director.
And I think if we saw stronger sentences.
She is now the spokeswoman for Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark. The documents also include transcripts of online chats between Reinfleisch and Walker's former chief of staff, Jim Villa. Reinfleisch writes, "I got Fran highlighting all the mistakes in the press releases that the campaign does." That's a possible reference to McLaughlin editing Walker's campaign press releases.
Seems to be another example of somebody working on county time, on the taxpayer's dime.
Now McLaughlin appears ready to testify. The John Doe probe has also led to raids on the homes of former Walker aides. Computers and documents were seized from Cynthia Archer's Madison home last September. We've also learned that evidence has been collected in raids on the homes of Reinfleisch, Villa, and Brett Davis, a current official in Governor Walker's administration.
And there may have even been an attempt to exact a confession from him. Does that impair his ability to continue to serve in the Walker administration?
Well, absolutely, yes.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett has repeatedly called on Walker to release more than 1,000 emails that may have been sent on a secret internet system set up near Walker's county office. Walker has said repeatedly he is not the target of the investigation, but he has set up a legal defense fund.
Governor, is any of that money going to pay the bills, the legal bills of any of your associates in the John Doe investigation?
Nope, it's purely about our process to continue to cooperate.
Walker says his legal fund exists simply to pay lawyers to examine emails and other documents.
There are thousands of documents that we're helping them out with, and it doesn't make any sense for me as the governor to spend my time spending hours over days doing that.
Earlier in the week, Walker said he would not pardon any of his former staff members if they were convicted of crimes.
I've said repeatedly I'm not issuing any pardons on anything, period.
Walker says he intends to cooperate. The investigation has now been going on for 2 years. In Milwaukee, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Back to the campaign trail. The candidates are ramping up with big guests. Tomorrow, former President Bill Clinton will be in Milwaukee at a rally for Tom Barrett. That's scheduled to start at 10 a.m. at Pear Marquette Park downtown. Meantime, Governor Walker will be joined by South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley tomorrow. Those two will host a rally at the Quad Graphics plant in Sussex. That's scheduled to kick off at 2:15 in the afternoon. The recall election is just days away now, Tuesday, June 5th. For more information, you can always come to our website at fox6now.com.